Give Isack Hadjar, Lord, for he knows not what he does. Riddle me this, ladies and gentlemen. If indeed you were gifted a seat at the Racing Bulls by fortuitous circumstance because the racing gods had smiled down upon you, surely at this stage you'd want to win hearts and minds, kiss some babies, shake some hands. That's why I don't understand that why Isack Hadjar has gone onto a podcast and said the following: I think Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT. The stats don't lie. Growing up, Lewis Hamilton was always my favourite. Is there something that I'm missing here, ladies and gentlemen of the F1 jury? Can I be that stupid to think that Isack Hadjar, again, super young, going into a team, surely as his first order priority, he wants to curry favour, foster rapport with the key people, aka Hamilton-Verstappen, for some say soon to be 5-time champion. That might be your truth, Isack Hadjar, but sometimes the truth won't set you free. Lie, sir. Is this not F1 that we're talking about? A story told in tense, where a doable competitive advantage is an equation to 2 decimal places. Am I missing something here? Especially when you consider the broader context that Isack Hadjar is there, I would say, by fluke. He flopped the season finale in F2 off the line, and he could have been champion. This is a story, you can't question how talented the dude is. He's absolutely ridiculously quick, Charles Leclerc-esque type pace. But as far as becoming a champion and being everything that Red Bull need from you, we understand there is more to that causation pie than just bloody speed. Yuki Tsunoda's manager came out on Instagram yesterday telling us that this had all been decided, that the musical chairs at the family that is the Bulls that are red, they had all been settled ages ago, that Yuki Tsunoda, the decision that was a misnomer, just simply a misdirection. Somebody challenged Yuki Tsunoda's manager on Instagram and said, why are you always celebrating Liam Lawson, etc.? Surely use these bits and bobs, these eventualities, as an opportunity to negotiate. Yuki Tsunoda's manager responded as follows: there was no negotiation, to be had, sir, when the decision around Yuki Tsunoda versus Liam Lawson had indeed been made months ago. And the only reason why I say that is to say this, then. Isack Hadjar is the benefactor of all of Helmut Marko and Christian Horner's decision making, or lack thereof. Danny Rick, we know, was brought back into the car. They tried to sandwich him into a role, but Danny Rick's prime was gone. Again, prime in Formula One can be a gaseous substance. The more that you try to grab hold of it, the more that it disappears into thin air. Please see Checo Perez as your exhibit B. They sandwiched Liam Lawson into that seat. They didn't want Yuki Tsunoda. Isack Hadjar is the benefactor of that circumstance. So how then, as at the 22nd of the 12th, 2024, is Isack Hadjar talking about Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT? Yeah, I can say that as a Lewis Hamilton fan. I'll make the argument every single day of the week that I've never seen an F1 peddler like Lewis Hamilton, fire-breathing dragon Lewis Hamilton back in the day. I can say that as a noddy B-spec F1 mind, as an F1 content creator. But Isack Hadjar, as a Red Bull Racing family member, as a junior program driver, you can't say that. Tell me that I'm missing something here, ladies and gentlemen. I must be. Can't. It's more to it than that. Formula One surely has to be about PR and managing relationships, fostering rapport. And this, by the way, on only 24 hours after Christian Horner's gone and done his press tour of the relationship between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, he said as follows: yeah, we already know that there's 2021 in the books, Silverstone, Monza. It's always been chaos between Lewis Hamilton, notwithstanding the fact that as far as driving style and aggression in both of their respective pumps, I would argue there were more similarities than there are differences. Here's what Christian Horner had to say. He said of Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton's relationship that they are friendly, respectful even, because they are the only two on the grid currently that talk their language par excellence. There is a common denominator, a shared ground and understanding between the two. But that being said, they're not going to be sending Christmas cards to each other this year. That's not the sort of friendly relationship they have, nor will it ever be. They won't be playing paddle anytime soon because Lewis and Max cannot like each other. You can make the argument that they're the only two F1 drivers in history that can operate on their level. That's the common denominator. But then when we want the same thing in a World Drivers' Championship, ladies and gentlemen, in 2025, how can we like each other? They do not like each other. They will not like each other. So against that backdrop, Isack Hadjar, how are you therefore going on a podcast in a public forum and saying that Lewis Hamilton is the GOAT and he's the reason why you're racing and he was your hero growing up? Yes, of course, that's your subjective truth copy. But there is a broader strategic objective here, Isack Hadjar, unless maybe I'm misunderstanding the one that F's. Surely in your maiden voyage, you're going to need all the help that you can get. Helmut Marko's already leveraged at you, Isack Hadjar, the criticism that you need to be more level-headed, not too dissimilar, by the way, to your teammate. That's all that they keep saying about Yuki Tsunoda. More consistent stasis mentally, more stable, more stability. Therefore, that's what they're looking for from Yuki Tsunoda, and that's what they're seeking from Isack Hadjar. So how does this soundbite help you then, sir? That's my question, because life is difficult enough already, let alone life as an F1 driver in F1, and definitely life as a virgin F1 driver in your rookie season. It is all difficult enough. It will be tough next year for Isack Hadjar. So why then, ladies and gentlemen of the F1G, would you make your life more difficult than needs be, if indeed bandwidth is currency in the one that F? Surely, Isack Hadjar, tell a cheeky porky, tell a lie. Truth won't always set you free, sir, and I feel like that set you back. In that statement, though it is your truth, I feel like there is disadvantage. I feel like you have detrimented your lap time before you've even turned a wheel in the 2025 season. Ladies and gentlemen of the F1 jury, the prosecution rests, Isack Hadjar. No further questions, Your Honour.